Okay, let's get into it and do an export ready for making our first dictionary. So in Miramar at the main menu, go over to the right hand side where we have tools and click on utilities. On the right hand side again, click on export all data, and here we are at that screen. So what we have here in our export screen is I'll just do a quick recap. Field name, label, your marker or tag as it's seen here, whether it's to be exported, and the sort order for the export. First step is to choose an export type. So we make sure that we choose to export this out as a text file ready here. Now, as I mentioned earlier again, we've got three columns here: the tag, is it an export, and the sort order. These here are the three columns which we actually have some control over what our text file looks like. As you can see, I've also just unticked some files. So the files the fields which we use for producing the dictionary is LX, so we have that ticked. PS, part of speech, that's ticked. Our GE, or the English meaning, is ticked. The semantic domain or the category is ticked. Extra information is ticked. The original spelling of the word is ticked for output. The source and the page number are all ticked here. Those there comprise of our dictionary entry. Any other fields, you may utilize these for making a Lexic Pro web page or learning CD and so forth, so you can play even further. We've left a couple tick, like as in our picture. We need our picture for our dictionary, so we need to have that go out, but it can be just randomly ticked down the bottom here. Choose any of those, as many or all of it you like. So the third column here, sort order, is where we also have further control on the text file export which we'll produce. As you can see, we've already put our dictionary entries here to here, these 8 fields in a specific order to suit. So you may wish to play with these or just do the initial defaults within Miramar itself. The defaults in Miramar initially could actually be a bit different here, so use these as a reference. LX, PS, GE, SD, EE, NP, SO, RF, and PC is not needed to be in a particular order, but is still ticked for its export. That's the picture file. Okay, so let's just do an export. We're happy with everything here. We're going to export every single word in our dictionary by leaving these empty, or if depending on whether we've used other fields or filters within Miramar, we can choose everything. So we only want our primary words, and we do not want any archived words. I'll click export now as the third step. I'm going to choose a name for this. This is where you can to keep all your different exports which you do. Something to handy tip is to look at what you name your files. So in this example, we're going to say we're going to export all of our words. I'm going to use the underscore. I'm going to say that we did primary yes. So I'll do PRI. I'll give it a capital Y next to it to show that. Another underscore, and I'll do ARC for archived, and a capital N to show that I did not do that, and I will then use today's date, which is the 4th February 2008. I'll click save, and then we just wait a moment for this export to happen. And depending on the type of options you chose, and also this type of computer you have, and where your Miramar data files are located, will determine how quickly the export is done. In Miramar 2, it can take a bit, so it's just being patient. Maybe whether now's the time to get a coffee or not, we're not quite sure, but that choice will be yours. And this should be ready in just a moment. Okay, now that our export is completed, we just click on OK there. We're back, and we can we can just minimize Miramar if we want to come back to it after. And here is the text file which we've just produced. You can see that file name there. And we'll leave it at that for this part.